So let's have a look at my pepper harvest. This is the 11th of October 2021, and it has been my toughest season over the last 7 years. It's really been bad for basically, not so much for pod growing, but for the ripening process. And I'm having to now race against time and get these pods off the plants while they're sort of like semi-ripened, so to encourage the others to ripen, because I've got much bigger pods and loads of them. But it's just taking this time. It was all due to the frosty spring we had, which kind of stumped all their growth, and there's a lot of little pods. But I've taken these small ones off to encourage others to ripen. Otherwise the plant's just going to send all the resources to keep ripening the same pods. Not only that, it helps with the indoor ripening to have a few ripe pods surrounded around the semi-ripe pods, if you know what I mean. Because the skins, they're meant to like set off a chemical which helps others to ripen. There are actually other fruits that you can use. They say bananas and things like that can help ripen peppers. If you chuck a few tomatoes as well, chuck a few in between. I've tried that and it does help. That's what I believe anyway. So there's a method to the madness. So shall we have a look at what we got here, which I've taken off. Some of these a week ago. They've been sitting here ripening for a week. I've thrown away all the bad ones. And some I took off today, and there are plenty more pods to come. So let's hope October is kind to us and I can get some more done. Anyway, here we've got over here, I'll try and show you the labels if I can. 7-pot Puma, bubblegum, caramel. And the interesting thing about these is that the colour of the pepper itself, let's pull that back, you see the calyx there, that's the end of that stem. It bleeds. A lot of the bubble gums do this. Let's find another one. The smaller ones have got a better example actually. Focusing you get, I'll put the ring light on to hopefully get a better shot. Let's bring it over to the light here. And the bloody camera still don't want to focus in. I want to give up with this. My hands there, come on. Do you see the calyx there? And this is meant to be a caramel colour. And it's bled right into the calyx. Right, let's stop messing about with that. And this is the same sort of pod. This is the 7-pot Puma bubblegum. So the other one was a caramel. So this is Puma colour. And again, you see the calyx. Well, that's a bit dark, that one. Let's get a better example. Whoops. The calyx there is bleeding. The colour of the pepper is bleeding into the calyx. I know I'm the world's worst cameraman. But hey, such is life. Just want to show you me peppers. Right. This is an interesting little pod. This is called the Orion. Whether they're meant to grow any bigger, I don't know. Gnarly little thing, but a very beautiful colour. Beautiful blend. I've got some more of them coming off tomorrow. Over here is my cross. This is the CPR Scorpion. Chocolate Purple Reaper Scorpion. I accidentally crossed last season. And I took out the seeds, and I have got tons of peppers. So these particular ones, I've got another bundle to show you. I took off a week ago. Some are semi-ripe still. They've got the green and the dark. They're still struggling to ripen indoors, but they're very strong pepper. Can leave this here for another week, and it should hopefully go more like that. But nonetheless, you know, they're still good pods. Still good pods. I'll eat them like that. It's not a problem. So that's my CPR Chocolate Purple Reaper Scorpion. Down here is an interesting little pod. This is called the X-Ray, and I took these off Orange a week ago, and they're ripening nicely indoors. That's the X-Ray, and let's show you. They've all got a nice they don't grow very big, but they've got that sort of gnarly reaper characteristic, that stinger, you know. It's better if I pull it away, get a better shot of it. That stinger, they're going to be hot. I'll guarantee you they're well over 1 million shoe. Scoville heat units, that is. Right, down here we've got one I've been wanting to grow for a while. Loads of big ones still on the plants. This is the Brackpaw 7 pod. I've got a lot of 7 pods and a lot of bubblegums this year, and a lot of other ones to still show you, but they're just not ripening at the moment. Over here we got the purple UFO. I showed you in my last video. Now that is a purple UFO. Okay. That, look at this for a phenotype. That's a purple UFO. But that was sitting next to a Serrano plant, and it's taken on. I've got a few more outside that are, need to ripen. I've got another one here. Keep it there, TJ. Right. Another one there. So there, what do I call that? It's another accidental cross. Serrano UFO? I don't know. Over here we've got a few peach reaper. There's some nice big ones on the plant still. There's some fair sized ones here, some small ones there. Peach reaper. Yes, Andrew, some of them are coming your way, bruv. Right, okay. Ghostly jalapeno, cross between a ghost pepper and a jalapeno. Not too bad, subtle heat to these. Some say they're more towards the ghost pepper, but I think they're more towards a jalapeno, to be honest with you, but a nice pepper nonetheless. Down here we got Bleeding Heart Peach. Don't know, I'm still looking up what some of these peppers are and where they come from or who crossed them, and that you can't always get the information on them. But yeah, the Bleeding Heart Peach. Down here, lethal. This is the Golden Primatali. Johnny Scoville rates the hottest pepper on the planet that he's ever tried. The Golden Primatali, and this is about as ripe as I've seen them, to be honest with you. I've got plenty more coming. And so this is sort of semi-green, golden brown, if you like. See if I've got a better example of a more ripe one. There you go. But lethal. Look at this. Lethal pepper. So I doubt I'll be trying one of these raw, but I know a man who will. So these are coming your way, brother. Right, Golden Primatali. This is a 7-pot bubble gum. Only got a few of them ripe. 7-pot bubble gum. It's not really bleeding into the calyx on this one, and that is the original bubble gum. Over here we've got some Jay's Chocolate Ghost Scorpion. Wow, that's one I pulled off today, which will ripen within a few days. There's only a little bit more to ripen on it. Jay's, I mean, any Jay's pepper I've had has been so devastatingly hot. Over here we've got some, only got a few ripe red Fatalis. Yellow Fatali is my favourite pepper. Over here we've got quite a few, and they've ripened lovely indoors actually. Is the Bubblegum 7 Naga Red. BBG 7 Naga Red. And I know these are hot, because I've already had a friend of mine test one, and he said it blew his head off, and he has a very high tolerance. Over here the Nebrew, was it 7 pod? Nebrew 7 pod. I've only got one of these ripe, and that's Jay's Pink Peach. Over here, these little ones over here, and they do pack a punch, are Black Pearls. Down here is the Heinen yellow lantern. I used some of these the other day in the salsa, and it was delicious. Really lovely little pod. Don't know whether they're supposed to grow any bigger than that, but that's how big my plant's giving me. So down here is the orange Jalanero, created by my mate Mick. So that's obviously a habanero come jalapeno. So you should say habanero, really. Okay, really lovely fruity, orangey, citrusy pepper with a nice heat to it, nice burn. And then over here, I took these off today, and more of my cross CPR scorpions. You know, they've got to sit here for a while. They're strong peppers. There's some that are on their way to ripe. Oh, got a little bit of green in them, but such is life. You can't always get what you want. That's what I've learned over the years of growing. You know, Mother Nature has to be kind to you. Sometimes you've got to have things a little bit on the green side. But some of the best hot sauces I've had have been made with green peppers. Green reapers, green scorpions, green butcherlokia. You know. Right down here, another lethal pepper. The one that's meant to kill you is the dragon's breath. I've got a few orange. I've got one nicely ripe in there. That was the first one I took off. Some I took off today, but they're on their way, so they should be right within a few days. The dragon's breath, I think it was created in Wales, a bloke from Wales, and there's rumour has it that they're about 2.4 million Scoville heat units. I've eaten them. I've had 4, not in one sitting, but I had 2 in a curry, and then another time I had another 2 in a curry, and the second time, God blimey, blew my head off, really did. So over here, we've got peach bootla. We all know how hot the chocolate bootla is. Yeah, the peach kind. Again, plenty of peppers on my plants, just, you know, waiting for them to ripen. We've got some more x-rays that I took off today. These gnarly little things with the stingers on them. They're going to be hot. I quite like them when they're semi-ripe, some of these colours. They're a lot nicer, a lot more appealing. Again, we've got some 7 Naga bubblegums, 7 Naga reds. Been a generous plant for me this season. Couple not worth worrying about, 7-pot Katies. All these little ones I'll just chop off the calyx, chuck them in the blender and make some sort of crazy salsa with them. And then over here we got Padron Peppers. I took these off the other day. All of these here are all going to my mate Chris from Phoenix, Chilli. I have a ton of these. I've got 2 plants and they just keep giving and giving and giving. So that is my pepper harvest on October the 11th 2021. I've messed up, and yeah, it's not been the best season, but there are pods nonetheless, even if they're a bit small and they're a little bit unripe. There are pods. Anyway, I'll see you on the next video, and like, share, subscribe if you wouldn't mind, and yeah, I'll probably be eating something hot. I've got a little surprise for you guys, hopefully towards the end of the week. So yeah, I'll be back. TJ Burns signing off. See you later. Thank you.